women, especially that you're thinking about being romantically involved in, are not numbers. They're not a passing swipe here and there.
Hmm.
You know, on the other end of that screen is a person with feelings and a story and ambitions and wants and needs, and it's all valid. Now, it doesn't mean that you have to then marry yourself to the first person you date, but treat that person with respect.
Hmm.
And the apps, they blur all that because all you see is a picture on a screen. You don't see the person on the other end of it.
No.
Um, Now, it could be that you educate your kids in such a way that, look, use the apps, but behave like a fucking gentleman,
Hmm.
right?
Don't send dick pics without people asking for them. For instance, I mean, I
Those are
don't
my
know.
kids you're talking about, man.
I
Come
don't know
on.
what they're gonna do. They're part you. They're part their mom. I don't know what.
What? What does that mean?
No, 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 no. I
Do
mean,
I look
but
like a dick pic guy?
no, not really.
Now I don't know if should be insulted
I
or
mean,
not.
I always say you guys just need to, spice that up sometimes. Just do it. Just be at the office and just go. No, but I mean, I don't know what they're gonna do, right? You can be. What? I
Go
don't
on.
know what they. Yeah, I think being chivalrous, but is one thing, and then you're also a boy or a horny teenager or
Yeah.
whatever,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah. Tell me about
And
it. I grew up in a house where chivalry was the thing.
yeah,
My father insisted you have to pay for every time you take out a girl. You are taking out a girl. It's
yeah,
your invitation.
yeah,
Take it seriously.
yeah,
You know,
yeah,
treat her nicely. Open the car door. Like do all those things.
yeah. And
Um,
you grew up with two sisters, which
Also,
maybe also helped.
oh, absolutely,
Yeah,
absolutely,
yeah,
definitely.
yeah,
So that was in the air and obviously the example that I had was my father and the way he treated my mother. There was no, you know, my father has some old fashioned things here and there, but he really did treat my mother with respect.
yeah,
You
yeah,
know,
yeah, yeah.
um, so um, that and despite all that, I was part of the hookup culture. You
Sure.
know, and I was not nice to some girls.
Mhm.
Um, Really, just not emotionally, not a very nice guy,
Yeah.
right? And you're stupid at that age. You do stupid shit. You say stupid things. You behave in a really stupid way. So
Mhm.
even someone like myself that was educated in a nice environment for this kind of stuff
Yeah.
did some fucked up shit,
Yeah.
right?
Do you feel sorry for it?
Yeah, yeah. Come on. Look, I'll give you an example. This is the worst thing I did. Okay, my first girlfriend was not Jewish. And in my house, it was drilled into our heads: you're gonna marry it. You have to end up with a Jewish person,
Yeah.
otherwise we won't accept it. Da, 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 da. Now I don't know if that was emotional bullying. I don't know if they meant it, but whatever.
Yeah.
That was always in the back of my mind. And so
Yeah.
I met her. I really liked her. She was like my first girlfriend, like first real girlfriend. Um, but always in the back of my mind, it's like, well, this is not gonna end up in anything. And she obviously, I caught feelings for her, but I didn't love her. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And I just dragged it out, or I would ignore her and sort of keep her as an option. Like terrible, right? That's
Yeah.
not a way to treat someone.
Yeah.
Again, I didn't do anything that would land me in jail, thankfully, right? At least in that regard, I was fine.
Yeah.
But um, you know, that's not a way to treat someone,
No.
right? Um, so the apps. I don't know. I don't know.
You can be chivalrous on the apps. You can be chivalrous on the date that you go on after
Yeah,
that.
yeah. I would hope so. Yeah. Do you think it's like it's part of the process that you have to make both men and women have to make those mistakes early on to then understand later on what are the things you don't like. For example, you go through school when you're a kid and you say terrible things to other kids,
Mhm.
and then you see the hurt on their face, like, "Ooh, actually, I shouldn't do that anymore."
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then you don't do that anymore
Learn
because,
from your
right?
mistakes.
Ask anyone what's the worst thing they've ever done in their lives, and almost everyone will say something that they did when they were a kid,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm embarrassed about some of the things that I said and did as a kid.
Mhm.
I would never do those things now,
No.
or I would, at least I hope I wouldn't. And I'm sure this same is true for most people.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, I think that they have to learn from their mistakes, and I do think I'm just it's so interesting because every time I come back, it seems to be like I'm trying to be the voice of men.
Well, so am I.
No, because just I just want to think that not even after all my bad experiences,
Yeah,
I just want to think that not all of them are bad,
yeah,
and also you can be a gentleman and you can be, chivalrous, or you can be whatever, but whatever happens to me or to women, or how I experience is, like I said,
no,
um I swipe and I have no conversation. No, people don't even talk to me. Or I start talking to
yeah,
someone and I've asked something and I get no response, and I'm ghosted. Or
no,
um, that happens to them as well, and
yeah,
they can be super chivalrous and
no,
try to come in with a nice opener, and then I see it and I think, oh, actually, why did I swipe right on you? Never fucking mind. And that happens to them as well. So just as for me, disappointment after disappointment after disappointment,
yeah,
that can be the case for them as well.
sure,
And and that's where these apps are. It's I don't remember if I said that to you. There's this dating guru guy for women, Matthew Hussey, and he's always trying to give like advice to women about dating and about how to he has this book, How to Get the Guy and stuff.
he's
And
mansplaining dating.
yes, exactly. And
But you like it.
he's very on point, and it's
Mm.
it's very agreeable. Like it's very like, oh yeah, 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 yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. Oh my god, yes, yes, yes. This is exactly what's. Oh my god, yes,
Mm-hmm.
that's what I should be doing. Oh my god, yes,
Mm-hmm.
yes, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but he said in this podcast too with another guy, he about online dating is that people that are using those apps are not experiencing it as a sea of opportunities, but an endless sea of disappointment, because it's like time after time after time after time you're trying to be vulnerable, you're trying to be open, you have your hope,
Right,
and again,
right,
ugh,
right,
again, no response. Again, ghosted. Again,
right.
no conversation. Again, nothing. Nobody that asks me out on a date. Again, nothing.
Yeah,
So, and I think that is true for both sides.
yeah,
And I can totally imagine that gets your hopes down, like that
yeah,
fucks up your hopes as a woman, but also as a guy.
right.
And if you are one of those good guys and not just there for a hookup culture, because then who cares? And you ask, hey, want to fuck? Or you open with a dick pic and you get no
Has that really
response.
happened to you?
Yes.
How many times?
As an opening, not often, but as like a third message, more often.
You're joking.
No. It happens.
And what?
It happens.
and, then-
Yeah.
and what's the intended result there? Like, you're supposed to be impressed.
You're supposed to be
Look at those
impressed.
veins. Wow.
Whoa, damn. Look at that foreskin. No, I don't. You're just like, you're supposed to be impressed. You're supposed to be, I don't know, just like, oh, damn, yeah, I want some of that. Or like, let's meet up. Or
It's
because
so
I'm
funny.
sure that there's,
Does that work?
for some women, of course. I think that for some women that are looking exactly for that, they're
Yeah.
like, okay, cool. This guy is down. Let's
Okay,
go.
but seriously, imagine though that to me is horrifying. That if one of my sons, all right, basically sent a woman a picture of flesh
Yeah.
and said, "You do the math.
Yeah.
Let's go."
Yeah.
Without any other context, man, that's horrifying.
It's a thing. Yeah. Yeah, it's a thing. Yeah, it's
Oh
not
god.
great. Yeah, there's not a lot that you can say to that. It just
We men are really just so
my
we're useless.
one of my friends has come up with a really great a really great way, because what she then does is takes those. She's kind of good at drawing, so she takes the dick pics and then she draws like little smileys and faces on the dick and like a hat on it and sends it back or whatever.
Sends it back to the guys.
Yeah, that's then the response. And like, yeah. And then they usually have nothing to say anymore. Yeah, it's great. Yeah.
Oh my god.
I once saw this woman that then replied, "I think I have to go to the police. Why are you sending me child pornography?"
Oh.
And they're gone. Yeah.
Oh wow.